Hello, Pisces. Let's go ahead and get started with your July 2021 reading. Remember that this reading may or may not resonate with everyone. Just take what does resonate and leave the rest behind. This is Positively Angelic, and I'm so happy all of you are here. So let's go with it. Hope everyone had a great June. Got the Peace card. Oh, after that retrograde, and now we're in Saturn. We had the Mercury retrograde before. Made everything probably a little crazy. Hopefully several of you got some rest and relaxation and didn't try to start anything brand new. And now we're in Saturn retrograde, you know, and now it's time for building that success. So you got the Peace card. These are affirmations you can say right on your mirror or write in on a piece of paper and put in your wallet, whatever. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And then these two came together. Freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Denial, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So don't come from a place of fear either. You know, when you come from a place of fear, you attract things that are fearful to you. So you need to come from a place of love and happiness. So make sure you do your shadow work, you know, do the work that it takes for you to get through the things that have happened in your past. Okay. Don't allow the past to control your future. Out with the old, in with the new. All right. I'm a Pisces. I get it. Sometimes we backtrack. We, you know, do things that we shouldn't do, say things we shouldn't say. We send text messages when we shouldn't. But it's so important to do your shadow work so you can do that releasing. All right. There we go. Okay. Oh, this one has two. Okay, so let's look and see what we have for peace. So we've got a financial windfall. And it looks like you're a leader. And so those skills are needed right now. You know, it looks like you probably lost a position, or you may, for some of you, this is career. And for some of you, you're going through a little bit of a hard time in a relationship, or maybe a little bit of stagnation. Okay. So it's time for you to step up to the game. Okay. You may have been the passive person, you know, and because we as Pisces seem to have multiple personalities sometimes, but really we don't, we're just unique beings, then now it's time for you to step up to the game. This is where you are needed, because your positivity is going to help the situation, okay? Either in your own business, your career, or your relationship. Could be other things as well. Could be a family matter. And then positive changes will be on their way, right? So you've already done all of the self-care work. You still have a little bit more to go. Make sure you're continuing to journal, right? And some of you will be traveling or relocated, but the majority of you are going to get through this trouble, right? And you're going to feel that relief. Okay, so let's see what we have for freedom. Delays are over, right? A new car, travel. So we got the travel twice with the wheel. And then make sure you're opening your heart to love. Remember, we just said that. Come from a place of love, not of fear. Okay. And either your current relationship is going to really transform, okay? Or you're going to have a new relationship, all right? This can also relate to your career. So if you feel that this resonates with career or with family matters, then apply it to that, okay? You've also got some abilities that you're kind of afraid to share, you know, because some of you come from a traditional home. So you're afraid if you share those, you know, that people will come with their religious backlash. Remember that if you are religious, you can go to the particular book, if that's the Bible, if it's the Quran, you can find all of the things that relate to law of attraction there. It might be worded differently, you know, because we have translations from thousands of years ago, right? So you can always find those. Now, that only relates to a few people because obviously I don't get into religious discussions with anyone. So, in the denial category, you know, acknowledging the fear, but doing that shadow work, okay, so that you come from a place of love. So, since you've already done that self-love, that self-care work, then everything is going to turn around for you, okay? Many of you are also spiritually gifted and intellectually gifted. That is the interesting thing about Pisces, is that we tend to seem a little airheaded, seem like a person with no common sense, but our common sense is completely different because we come from a spiritual, intellectual level. So it seems unrealistic to those who are allowing their reality on the outside of them to control who they are. As Pisces, we tend to allow our inner self to control our reality, which is in actuality the way it is. Okay. So now, as you go along, you know, we were talking about the changes at work or in a relationship. So that person or that company you have been wanting to work for, or maybe actually I'm getting for some of you, it's going to be better than what you wanted, is coming in. Okay. And I'm getting with some of you, you do need to make sure you're not being a doormat. Make sure you're standing up for what you believe in, okay? And I think that has to do with these people who are coming against you for your belief system. And remember, whatever you're doing doesn't hurt them at all, okay? If you set your boundaries, you don't have to worry about them trying to control you, all right? Now, right now, you're probably going to be offered, have several offers coming in of a career, a new business, a relationship. That's whatever resonates. That's what's coming in for you. Make sure that you are making almost like a pro and con list, but not really, because you don't want to come from negativity. You just want to look at your list and see what it is that you've asked for, because sometimes we romanticize things and think that, you know, oh my goodness, this is my person, right? You know, or this is a job I've always wanted, but I don't like this part and that part, but you know what? I'm going to take it anyway. Remember that what is for you is going to be for you, and it's going to be exactly what you wanted plus more. Okay. And now you're the emperor. Make sure you come from a logical space. Make sure you're organized. I feel like some of you have a lot of clutter around you. Make sure that you are organizing all of that. Get rid of junk. That is also going to resonate for some of you within, if you haven't done the work on yourself that you know you need to do. And for some of you, it's outside your inner self, okay? So make sure that you are doing that decluttering, because that's going to help you a lot. All right, let's wrap up this reading with some fairy cards. Okay. And I'm being guided to pull one relationship card. These have already been shuffled. Okay. So causing pain for others would attract pain to me. Okay, so there's someone who is very toxic in your life. This could be a family member, or it could be someone who thinks they're your close friend, but you just try to be nice to them because they've gone through, years of heartache. But there comes a time when we just don't need to be that doormat that we were speaking of just a moment ago. Okay. It says the flawed premise, my group's or our way of life is the only correct way, therefore all other ways must be stopped. That's flawed, right? This is the basis of the majority of unhappiness on your planet. Not only do those beings not only do those being pushed against feel the pain, but those doing the pushing feel it as well. In fact, the unhappiest, least fulfilled among you are those who are pushing against others, because in doing so, you are disallowing the most important relationship of all, the relationship between you and you. And of course, this is also talking about source, right? Okay. So make sure that you just set your boundaries, and you don't have to respond to text messages. You don't have to answer the phone. Years ago, when we didn't have cell phones, people didn't have it on them. If they weren't home, the phone didn't get answered. There was no voicemail, there was no answering machine then. So don't worry about it, and allow them to work through their own stuff. Okay. You don't have to get back at them, right? That's what I'm saying. So we do have emotional healing, making sure you're exercising. Oh, this is all about health right here. These are the things you need to do to attract the things that you desire. Okay. So remember a minute ago, I said out with the old, in with the new. Okay. This is the emotional healing, doing that shadow work we just talked about, heart healing, especially. I'm getting also throat healing. Some of you are not expressing who you really are, or some of you are talking too much. Okay. So make sure you're doing that chakra balancing and healing. Okay. Do your shadow work, do your journaling, also getting some exercise. I'm also getting that some of you are unable to, actually, you're not mobile. That's okay. There are plenty of exercises that you can do. There's a type of exercise where you just stress your muscles. You can look that up on YouTube, and you don't even have to move out of a chair or off of the bed. And it will still help you with your muscle tone, with eliminating any extra pounds that you want to get rid of. Also, I'm getting, don't say lose weight, because when you lose something, your brain tends to want to find it. You don't want to find the extra weight that you're trying to get rid of. So elimination or releasing is probably the best way. And then many of you are getting that you need to change your way of eating. I went vegan about 10 years ago. It was straight vegan, and then I've toggled back and forth. I'm finally back to straight vegan. And when I say toggle, I mean like with processed vegan foods. I don't mean I went back to meat. That may not resonate with some of you. Some of you may be getting that you need to do keto or Atkins, or, just whatever eating plan you think will be a long-term life change that you can sustain. Okay. This will help you on your spiritual walk. It will also help clear your mind so that you can manifest properly, because many times we absorb the energies within our food. And the reason I released animals is because I knew that the way, that they passed was probably not awesome. So, at least if you're going to eat meat, look into a better way to get a sustainably sourced meat, organic. So, anyway, Pisces, this was your July 2021 reading. I hope it resonated with you. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Share this with anybody in your community, and we will see you for your next reading. Okay, bye-bye.